Right now at noon, police are searching for the driver who was involved in a deadly hit and run in the Southside neighborhood near Iroquois Park. It happened around 11 Sunday night when Metro Police responded to a crash involving a pickup truck and a moped on the 100 block of Cambridge Drive. Police tell us they believe the driver of a red pickup truck was traveling east on Cambridge when it collided head-on with 70-year-old Deborah Richardson, who was driving that moped. We're told the impact of the crash caused Richardson's moped to go airborne before landing on the side of the road. One neighbor says people often don't stop at stop signs in that area and was very sad to hear that that woman died.
Man, yeah, we do need something. This stop here, the other one there, and this one here. They're very bad.
Information, you're urged to call LMPD's anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. Now, take a look at your screen. Police are searching for this 13-year-old boy. His name is Wilson Espinoza Castillo, Jr. He was last seen Sunday night in Okolona. He was wearing a gray shirt, red shorts, and black Crocs with a black backpack at the time. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you're urged to call LMPD at 502-574-5673. A man wanted in connection to an out-of-state homicide is in a southern Indiana jail this afternoon. 45-year-old Arturo Martinez Cordero was arrested Saturday in Indiana on I-64 near Ferdinand. This came after ISP said troopers were contacted by police in Asheville, North Carolina, who believed the suspect was heading that way. Police said he was wanted for a homicide that happened in Asheville early Saturday afternoon. In addition to the warrant, Martinez Cordero was charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated, driving without a license, and possession of cocaine. Louisville's crackdown on noisy nightlife has officially started. Under the Alcohol and Beverage Control's new zero-tolerance noise policy, businesses face penalties for any unreasonably loud noise heard more than 50 feet from their properties. City officials can now fine businesses $2,500 on a first offense. In the past, they'd hand out warnings before citing places. Some bar owners are already voicing concerns, saying simple misunderstandings could mean critical blows to business.
A bit of a short leash, unexpected, sudden new mandate.
That's the part that we're having a tough time with, just because the situation, the noise, and the violence is a really nuanced conversation.
A Louisville ABC spokesperson says the agency wants businesses to succeed, but also wants to make sure residents can enjoy peace and quiet in their homes. This new policy is part of a two-pronged approach city officials are taking to address residents' crime and quality of life concerns. Starting this week, you'll notice more LMPD officers patrolling neighborhoods known for their nightlife. That, of course, includes areas along Brownsboro Road, Bardstown Road, and Frankfort Avenue. As of now, the increased patrolling is just temporary and will end September 16th. Union workers are putting the labor back in Labor Day this year. Over the past several years, we've seen one of the biggest pushes for organized workers in decades. And that's because workers are facing a growing pay gap between them and the billionaire leaders of their industries. And it's leading to a surge of strikes from Hollywood to local coffee shops and automakers. And workers in Kentuckiana are part of this labor movement resurrection. WHAS11's Connor Steffen explores recent strides in the name of workers' rights.
This Labor Day, a reminder that the holiday's organizing roots are especially strong this year. Labor Day's beginnings date back to the 19th century, when labor activists looked to establish a day paying tribute to workers fighting for fair labor practices and safer work environments. Some 130 years later,
this is a country of workers, built by workers.
In Kentuckiana, the past few years have marked a labor rights renaissance, coming from an assortment of professionals, public defenders, dental workers, bookstore staff, even the Courier-Journal newsroom staff.
5, 6, 7, 8, 7.
In May of 2022, workers at a Louisville Starbucks became the coffee chain's first to unionize in Kentucky.
This union has really given us an opportunity to empower ourselves and protect ourselves.
Weeks later, two more Kentuckiana Starbucks stores followed. Then in August, Louisville saw its largest baristas union form, the second largest in the U.S., when Heine Brothers Coffee employees voted to unionize.
We're just pumped. We're excited. Everybody is ready to go.
Union, you say power! Union, power!
The latest movement from Kentucky workers with the local Ford labor union, voting just last week to authorize a potential strike if contract negotiations turn sour.
We want to build vehicles. I don't want to go on strike. I want to get a good contract.
Teamsters!
Across the U.S., more than 273,000 U.S. workers joined unions last year. As millions prepare for a day off celebrating workers, those workers will be recognizing the work in progress.
These are things too that we owe to organized labor, to workers, asserting those rights and making them meaningful for us.
Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
Right now, labor unions across the state are gearing up for the 23rd annual Greater Louisville United Labor Picnic. Today's event will bring almost 5,000 local union members and their families together to honor and support the hardworking women and men that contribute to our Commonwealth. Governor Beshear plans to make an appearance with a special acknowledgement of union disaster relief efforts that's happening today at Kentucky Kingdom starting at 1 o'clock. Now, unlike other federal holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas, most stores and retailers are open today, trying to reel you in with those Labor Day sales. But there are a handful of places that are closed or at least have reduced hours. That includes the post office or any other government office, banks, and Costco was one of the few national retailers closed today. Other grocery stores like Kroger and Meijer are open, but check individual store times because some chains like Aldi's and Sam's Club are operating with limited hours. And for more in-depth of a list of what's open and what's not, just head to our website, WHAS11.com. Also, the annual hike, bike, and paddle event took over the waterfront today to encourage everybody to get out and get active. WHAS11's Jim Stratman was down at Waterfront Park as those festivities kicked off this morning.
Today is a day all about getting outside and getting active. Down here on the waterfront, that's exactly what we're doing this morning. Tai Chi going on in the background, yoga over there, Zumba over there, and of course the main event, the hiking, the biking, and the paddling.
The festivities started just around 8 o'clock in the morning. Hikers, bikers, paddlers, and anyone who just wanted to get out and get moving, showing up at the Great Lawn for the Labor Day tradition.
Well, it's fun. This is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Sam Meyer says he's had to miss hike, bike, and paddle the last couple of years because of work, but he's off today.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty common route that we like to ride, kind of follow the waterfront all the way into Shawnee.
That bike path is about 12 miles round trip. The hikers can walk up to 4 miles, and the paddlers can put in at the Great Lawn and go all the way through the McAlpin Locks and end at the Shawnee Park boat ramp. In the meantime, there's plenty more happening on the Great Lawn itself.
It's really great to get the community out here for such a free, fun event where there's tons of free fitness activities happening on our main stage as well as on the lawn that are for all levels of, activity.
So no matter what kind of activity you want to participate in, officials say you should just get out and get involved.
Something like this is sort of an excuse to kind of have a little bit of a closed way, but you end up going, 12 miles, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, I can do that. I can do a longer ride, no problem.
And as we're out here talking about getting active and getting outside, getting some exercise, event organizers want to make sure that everybody does it responsibly. Down here at the waterfront, we have hydration stations, even helmet giveaways if you're going to be getting out on a bike today. And we want to encourage you that if you're going out in your backyard and getting outside and getting active there, make sure you're doing that in a responsible way as well. Reporting from the waterfront, Jim Stratman, WHAS11 on your side.